Hello, thanks for joining us. I'm going to tie for you a pattern I call a TLC. It's a little different than some of the other patterns out there because it's not using any thread. And so I'll just show you the tying procedures or steps. What I'm using is a product that's called half round, micro half round, and it's, as you can see, it's very stretchable. It's similar to D-rib, but it has considerably more stretch and is easier to manipulate as a thread material. So I'll just start the pattern right behind the eye of the hook, and we'll just catch it in here, and we'll do some full turns, keeping it fairly stretched out as we're turning it and rotating the material around the hook shank. At this point I can remove the tag end, and then by continuing down the thorax I can keep very tight touching turns. The uniqueness of this material is that it is translucent, and if you silhouette this up against some light as a backdrop, you can actually see the hook shank through it, which would represent or simulate the gut of a chironomid larva that is noticeable in the larval forms. So as I return, now that I've brought my micro material to the rear of the hook, I can just run loose open turns back to the thorax section. As you notice, every time I take a wrap, there's a twist put into the material, just like it would be in thread. So I unwind it, pull the twist out, and then come in behind the thorax, and I'll lay in a half hitch at this point. So the TLC, really I designed it just to be a very quick, fast pattern I could tie on the water if I'm out fishing and I run short of chironomid larva or pupa. And if I just continue on and finish off the head here, I can go back, do another layer and do it as a pupa pattern, but if I wish to just keep it as a larva, the thin narrow profile, I finish off with material with a 3-knot whip finish. So I just put a little saliva on the material itself so it'll help aid it in sliding. And as you can see, that just keeps a very, very narrow thread profile all the way through the pattern. And I can remove it and then throw on a little bit of head cement, which I use gravity to help me feed it. The head cement itself is actually cut with 20% acetone, so it's extremely thin. We only need enough of a layer really on the pattern to adhere everything together and keep it from unwinding, or if it gets damaged by a trout's tooth, it won't come undone. So that's one way of doing the TLC, and that's fast and easy and to work with, and it just makes a very effective pattern. So I would use this more on brighter days. If I needed a little bit of flash, you can throw in a rib material, and I'll show you how that's done on the next video here that I set up for you. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.